giving me peace, giving me strength when I almost lost it all.
Oh, I love the body that she gives that.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan. Today we are looking at a brand new singer for the channel. Her name is JONA. And JONA Lynn, I think is her full name, JONA Lynn Roxas Vire. She goes by the name, artistic name of JONA. Today she is singing, and thank you to those who recommended we have a listen to JONA, because she's a beautifully skilled singer, artistically, aesthetically. And you have to be to do the cover of this song. This is My Saving Grace by Mariah Carey, recorded back, if my research serves, back in 2002 originally. This performance is of JONA doing it in a studio 2020. So I dare say during COVID. It's beautiful. There's a number of things to be said about this performance. So let's dive in, and I think you're going to enjoy it. It may well be that you, like me, have never heard her before, but I think you'll enjoy the discovery. Here we go.
Still got a lot to learn, but at least I know where I can turn when I'm in my times of need. Just as long as I, oh yeah, believe.
Not bad, hey? Not bad at all. I read some comments in my looking into this performance, and I read some comments from from some people suggesting, you know, that there wasn't enough individuality in this performance. You know, that she should have explored a little bit more self-expression. And I don't hold to that view. I'll tell you what, I actually think JONA is going for a direct emulation of the original, like wanting to do an exact copy. That's my take on this performance. I don't think she's being reserved in that approach. I think that's what she's looking to achieve. That being said, what is of particular interest to me, well, actually, you know, it's funny, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? If she had have shown a bit more self-expression, there would have been other people would have said, yeah, well, it's not as good as the original. I mean, you can't win on YouTube, I don't think. So let's continue with the idea that we're looking at this through the lens of this is supposed to be an exact copy of the cover. And that is an admirable mountain to climb. We are talking Mariah Carey here, one of the power ballad queens who really brought melisma to the masses, you know, that riff and run kind of approach to phrasing. And I think JONA's doing a bang-up job. The other thing to note too is that one of the things that she's doing beautifully, not just the melisma, but the way she's, you know, that classic Mariah Carey cleaner tone into aspirated tones, sort of last word, last note kind of sound. And she is nailing that in this. We do have to be careful. It's worth me noting that is a high cost activity to the voice. It can lead down the road by virtue of what it requires the vocal folds to do. If you do it for, enough over time, it can lead to challenges. It just can. I wish it didn't, but for most singers, it's going to lead down the road of wear and tear and potentially damage. We're not suggesting there's any damage or wear and tear here in this particular moment, but for those of you who are learning to sing, this is a Learn to Sing channel here at Voice Essentials. It's something to be mindful of. Let's keep going.
I've loved a lot, hurt a lot, been burned a lot in my life and time. Spent precious years wrapped up in fears with no end in sight, until my saving grace shine on me, until my saving grace set me free.
The other thing too is we do have to be careful of the movement in the shoulder. I don't think it would be sensible to suggest we shouldn't see any movement in the shoulder. But we certainly here with JONA see her we're seeing the artistic expression physically outworked in this, yeah? And this is such a small thing in the moment. And again, it's a bit like the aspirated tone, right? It's a bit of a 1%er. These little 1%ers add up and can lead into some challenges. But that constant movement can lead to gathering tension. And if the singer is unable to release that tension and keep that tension in check through good tension management, then that just causes the whole system to get tighter and tighter and tighter. Again, in a single one-take performance of a song, probably not a big deal. But if you are gigging regularly, it is going to be a big deal. And so one has to be really mindful of these little 1%ers because they do add up over time.
Giving me strength when I almost lost it all, catching my every fall. I still exist because you keep me safe. I found my saving grace within you. Yes.
Let's have a look at her pitch accuracy, shall we? And I'm using a new kind of piece of software to look at this. Let's have a run through the pitch accuracy and let's see what we can observe. Because we know this is studio, so there will be post-edit, post-production going on. Let's have a look at the pitch.
Exist because you keep me safe. I found my saving.
So see this note here. So that should have been, if we were to go looking for, absolute perfect pitch, I would think that should have been just a little bit higher up on. So see the mean average goes through between F sharp and F4, F sharp 4 and F4. That should have been just up a smidge. But you know what? Had it been corrected, so what I'm suggesting is I don't think this has been pitch corrected. Had it been pitch corrected, I don't think it would sound as authentic, as real as we're hearing it. Let me take it back at just a smidge and have a listen to it as she moves through those notes, because there's some others coming up as well, which we get to hear that are not quite up and on, but they sound right because they are right.
I still exist because you keep me safe. I found my saving grace.
You can hear it is just that smidge flat.
Yes, I've been bruised.
Another one.
Confused, but there's a truth. I've seen life from many sides, been struck by time.
See, had these notes been corrected, they'd be all up, yeah? Because she's just coming and glancing under just a smidge flat. But that tells us that it hasn't been doctored. Someone hasn't come in afterwards and gone, we're hearing a beautifully live rendition, a live take.
I've been bruised, grew up confused, been destitute. I've seen life from many sides, been struck by days, been black and white, felt inferior inside until my saving grace.
You can hear that one was just a smidge flat again, right?
Until my saving grace set me free, give me peace, give me strength when I almost lost it all.
Oh, I love the body that she gives that. She just, I often say, in these analyses and to my students, sometimes it's all about the measure in which you add something. For a lot of singers, particularly beginner singers, it's either on or off. You're either loud or soft. And we need a lot more nuance than that, a lot more aesthetic, variance. And we're hearing that from JONA. We're getting that variance that gives us somewhere to go, because we haven't yet hit that, very classic Mariah Carey, build yet. I dare say it's coming.
Oh, catching my every fall, I still exist because you keep me safe. I found my saving grace within you.
I just love that chordal movement and where the voice has to sit in that space.
Within you.
Yum.
And the bountiful things that you do, Lord, thank you.
Oh, I'm also enjoying her lip shape there as well. I do wonder whether she could, had she had another opportunity to do another take, bring the lips even that little bit more forward. I'm also giving to thinking back on the comments about, the pitch just sitting a smidge flat. And the fact that we don't think it's been, altered in post. But I do think she could, in reflection and going through it, if she was to go through and analyse the pitch, which I don't think there would be any need to, really. But just say you did. From an exercise point of view, you ideally want to be up on the pitch. Ideally, again, we don't lose anything for it being just that little bit flat. It could be argued you actually gain something, but you could still aim to just sit it a little bit higher. And I wonder whether the way she could look to lift it up onto pitch a little bit more would be just to, and again, we're talking very, very subtle adjustments here, just loosen the tongue root tension. So bring the placement up a little bit more. Yeah, just a little bit more forward. Loosen some of the tongue root tension. That's going to come from just backing the air pressure off ever so slightly, because we're talking about half a semitone. And I think it will just let the note just sit up ever so slightly. Such a small adjustment, but an adjustment that could be made if she wanted to go back and give it another crack.
Lord, thank you for delivering me and giving me peace, giving me strength.
Oh, I'm going to go and have a look at the pitching of this section. Where are we? 3 minutes. Let's have a run into it.
For delivering
we're up to the C sharp 6. Wowzers. Great note. Let's have a listen to the run up to that and then have a watch of the accuracy of pitch thereafter. Yeah, see, so if you were to draw again a median line, see how the pitch rises, because I think the voice knows it's about to do a rising scale. It's good singing. It really is. What is that note? Let's have a look. Whoa. What did we get up to there? Up to a D sharp 6. I think it wants to go. I think that's probably the right note, that E flat 6 there. Interesting. There's almost like a double toning in that, which, can I just have a listen to that again with you, of course. I don't know whether that's a disturbance in the force, a disturbance in the air, and we're hearing a little bit of, I'm not sure what we're hearing there. There's no real way to find out. Can we have a listen to I just want to watch the pitch analysis and see what that tells us. It's interesting. The pitch analysis doesn't tell us anything. The pitch analysis has gone, I have no idea what's going on there. And I wonder whether it's because it's hearing two notes like I am. I just want to take it back a smidge and have a listen to it again with the video. It's good singing, but there is something going on there at the end at a anatomical level, whether it's just a little bit of tension that's crept in, which I think she could be excused for after a sing like that. But there's something happening there. Aesthetically, it doesn't disrupt anything. I think it sits quite nicely. Just that last little bit, I just want you to watch her neck. You want to be careful of this, the way we end. It sort of suggests a lack of support, abdominally for air, because we're kind of getting to a point where we're and we're kind of out with the neck. Not too bad. Lovely smile, and a lovely voice. And thank you for recommending her to me. I thought that was quite an enjoyable thing to have a listen to and have a watch of, and yada, yada, yada. If you've got other JONA performances for us to have a watch of, I'd love to. It would be great to have a watch of her singing live. That was live, as in a single take, but I'm talking about on stage in front of an audience. That would be cool. yeah, so leave your comments below. Let me know. And also let me know what you think of our new sort of addition to the vocal analysis with the pitch analyses and what have you. It just gives us another level of insight, I think, and this is only the second video I've used it on, so I'm still a little bit clunky with it, but I'll get better. I'll get better. We're all on a learning journey. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.